Bonjour, bonsoir les amis, je suis ravi de vous retrouver dans cette vidéo dans laquelle j'ai l'honneur d'inviter deux personnes qui sont américaines et effectivement ils ont un parcours qui est génial et j'ai voulu le partager avec vous. Donc voilà, hello Sean,
hello,
how are you?
hello,
Hi.
Thami.
Melissa, hi, how are you? Great. Okay, so I will present you very quickly in English and then of course I will ask you many questions. So basically we met at the funnel hacking event. You're into developing funnels and you have a very interesting story. So you told me about when you were broke, you were in the financial industry and then you wanted to change your life, to do something different, and then you said, okay, I don't know what to do, and then you tried to find a new way to make money. And then you told me about your story and I found it fascinating. This is why I invited you for this interview. So please, could you tell me about your story?
Yeah, for sure. You know, when we first got started, I guess, let me start with our relationship. Yes. So I think that's probably the best thing to do. About 10 years ago when I started dating Melissa, we went out on a date.
Okay.
And Melissa was sitting across the table from me, and she and we were just in general conversation.
Okay.
And she said, I said to her, hey, babe, what is your passion? Like, what's the thing that you really? How could we impact the world, right? And she looked at me without very much hesitation, and she said, I hate being thirsty. I was like, oh, that's a weird thing to say. Right? Like, you've been thirsty, really thirsty, for like where your head starts to hurt and like doesn't feel real good. And she goes, well, I hate that, and I think that I would like to make an impact in helping people that can't get access to clean drinking water, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, great, well that's cool. So that was about the end of that conversation for them. Fast forward 8 years. And I ended up going to Zambia. I was in Zambia, I went tiger fishing, and I went down, I got a chance to do some whitewater rafting, and our guide happened to be from Zambia. And so at the end of the trip, we came out of the whitewater rafting trip and we got in his truck, and we're driving through his village, and his name was Spud, and I said, hey Spud, how's your village going? And he said, well, it's great, except the women spend all day searching for water.
And they walk
forever,
long distance
right. And so I was like, well, okay, what do you mean? And he goes, well, let me show you how severe this problem is. And he reached down and he opened a cooler and he threw out a whole bunch of ice blocks onto the ground, right? And everybody from his village like ran out and jumped onto the ice to grab the ice, right? And they're putting it in shirts and hats and taking it back to clean. And I was like, what are they doing? And he said, well, they're using it for water.
Water is precious, is more important than gold.
Than anything, right? And it instantly hit me that I was like, I remembered that dinner.
Okay.
Right? And then I was like, that's it. I'm committed 100% to that cause. Like, we're going to do whatever we can to end that, right?
That's great.
And so, okay, so I'm going to pause on that part of the story. And so then what happened?
But it gave you
It gave me that drive. Like, that was the number one thing, the impact that we wanted to make in the world at the end of the day is that, like, how, because there's 663 million people that have no access to clean drinking water.
That's great. Can I just explain in French very quickly?
Yeah, please.
Bon, c'est génial. Et c'est pour ça que j'ai voulu inviter Sean et Melissa, parce qu'en fait, bon, ils ont déjà des chiffres qui sont géniaux sur le plan du business, mais il m'a dit également, voilà, je veux gagner de l'argent parce que derrière j'ai une cause, je veux aider effectivement les personnes en Afrique qui n'ont pas un accès à l'eau potable, et c'est devenu pour moi un objectif. Donc je veux gagner beaucoup d'argent pour effectivement, et j'ai trouvé ça génial, et c'est pour ça que je voulais le partager avec vous, parce que bon, voilà, c'est super d'avoir cet état d'esprit. Great.
Sure. So what happened, right? So we ended up getting married, okay? And on our
when was it?
It was in 2014.
Okay.
So April 2014.
So 4 years.
Just about 4
ago.
years. 4 years exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
And we went on our honeymoon. We saved up for 3 years to go on this honeymoon. We went to Croatia. We rode bicycles through the islands. It was awesome, right?
Yes.
And I was so excited because I was like, oh man, babe, we have it. We got the world by the tail, right? That was our thing. And our thing was, how do we experience everything together? Okay. That's the one thing we wanted to do. And
we actually liked spending time together.
Yeah, right? Like, we need to marry somebody, like, that's the whole point, right? And so we came back from the honeymoon, and then we got, like, our life got ripped apart by the 9 to 5.
Okay.
And we just
the rat race.
Hating the traditional business.
Okay.
And we just got sick and tired of it, right? And we eventually got to...
You wanted to change, to live, your life on your own terms. Okay, great.
And it got me to the point where I was depressed, and I couldn't get out of bed in the morning.
Okay,
and,
really?
Yeah, and I was just like, I hated it.
Okay.
with a
No,
passion.
I was in the same situation as
Yeah.
you, so I can understand.
Yep.
Okay.
And so then what happened was we were sitting on the couch one evening, and I had before that I guess we had decided like we got to make a change because I couldn't be depressed.
Okay.
And so I started like just exploring things. And the first thing I did was I said, well, maybe I'll try to build an eBay store. And I built the eBay storefront and I got it ready. And then I was like, well, what do I do now? And then I called the guy, and it went right to a voicemail. I had no answer, no support, right? And then I sent emails in, nothing.
Okay.
And I read somewhere that I had to get traffic. And I was like, how do I do that? I have no idea. So I failed, like, because I didn't know.
Okay.
Right? And then the next thing that happened, so that one was out, and then I tried something different. Now, meanwhile, she's providing all the money for us to live. So, like, my manliness.
So she was working.
Yeah,
and
my manliness, that inner, like, you like, I'm the
He
man
was the
provider.
entrepreneur.
Yeah.
He was trying to find
And
his
for
thing.
you, how was it? Was it easy? Did you support him? Because it's not.
Absolutely. I
Yes.
never doubted him
Really?
one moment.
Great.
He has that X factor. I knew
Okay.
that. But it was tearing me apart watching him. Just,
With doubts and
doubt and
okay.
depression. He's like the most happiest guy I know.
Okay.
It was really rough to watch him.
Wow.
Yeah.
But and you, did you have doubts about his success?
Absolutely not.
Really?
Absolutely
So
not.
you said, okay, I'm sure, but did you have like a deadline, something like, okay, after 1 year, 2 years, if we do not have any success, we will stop?
No, I told him I'm going to be out of my job in a year. Well, it took
Really?
2 years.
Okay.
But yeah, I just knew he had it. I never had doubt in him. We weren't going to settle for status quo.
Okay.
But it got to a point where he said, look, like, I could go get a job.
Great.
And I knew he could. I
Yeah.
could go get a
Yeah.
job. I could easily make $200,000
Okay.
a year. And I said, absolutely not.
Okay.
I'm in jail right now. I'm working the 9 to 5.
Wow.
We don't need both
Yeah,
of
of
us
course,
in jail.
of course,
Like,
of
we
course.
need to figure this out.
So when did it start to,
Yeah,
okay.
so exactly. So right at that point, I was like, okay, so the eBay store failed.
So your main
my pride was just
yeah.
going,
Yeah. And
right,
I can
like,
understand that.
no
yeah.
good, right? I
Because
hated that
especially for
feeling.
men, we want to provide, we want to be, the to support the family,
Yeah, the
and we
provider,
don't
right?
make money. We start doubting.
It hurts the
and-
ego, right?
Of course,
It crushes
of course.
it.
Okay, so yeah, how did you-
so then the next thing, so then a friend of mine says, hey, look at this multi-level marketing thing.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, well, what's that? Cool, right? And he said, well, try this drink. And it was this magical fruit drink that was supposed to make me feel good.
Okay.
And I said, okay, well, that's cool. And I went to a meeting, and he's like, this is what the compensation looks like, this is how it works. And I was like, great, what do I do?
Okay.
He said, make a list of all your friends and family and associates and neighbors and relatives and all the people you know, and we're going to go talk to them and sell them this product. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. So I made the list. Guess what happened? All of my friends, family, associate, neighbors, and relatives don't talk to me anymore.
Wow, because of that.
Straight up.
Okay.
They're like, that's a scam, don't do
Okay.
that, like whatever.
Okay.
So instantly, I failed at that. I spent a whole $1,500 to get started in that. It
Okay.
didn't work.
Okay.
Then all my friends and family, relatives, and associates and neighbors now don't even talk to me.
Okay, because of that.
Because of that.
And till today.
Fail.
Oh my God. Okay.
Right? So another
Okay.
huge failure, right?
Okay.
And so
Okay.
then I'm like, oh man, like what are we gonna try next? And so then she says, well, why don't we try to do real estate online? So we spent over $20,000
Wow.
on a real estate course, and we went to an 8-week online course and then a 3-day boot camp. And at the end of that boot camp, we were so overwhelmed with
Okay.
all the strategies, like wholesales, fix and flips, rental properties, all the holds,
Everything, okay.
You know real
Yeah,
estate
yeah,
better than
yeah.
anybody, right? So we didn't have a coach, we didn't have a mentor, we just had that course, and we're like,
Okay.
well, there's all these strategies. I
What
don't
can
know
we
to
do?
right?
And
So
how can we do it? Okay.
You're confused, you do nothing.
Stutter,
Oh my
stop,
God.
nothing
Okay.
happened.
Yeah, yeah.
So that was out, right? And
So 20 grand.
20 grand.
And,
The money just keeps climbing. My
God.
ego keeps going this
Oh
way,
my
right? Like, and,
God.
like in the meanwhile,
And the debts, because you were
yeah.
borrowing.
just trying all this stuff,
oh,
right?
credit cards.
Oh
Credit
my
cards.
God.
Insane. Like
Okay.
now we're in about.
My God.
No.
Because in France, people, they don't borrow that much,
Okay.
And here, if you French hear that, they will say, "Wow, Americans are crazy."
Crazy.
Yeah, really. Because they will not spend that much. But I think also here, mindset is different, and people, they want to act. So that's also the advantage of Americans. Okay, great. Let's go.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
so now that's another 20 grand down the hole.
Okay. Okay.
And by this stage, we're living solely on her income and credit cards.
Okay.
So we racked up 80,000 in credit
My
card.
God, 80,000.
80,000, 80,000, 80,000.
80 $80,000 de debt. Okay, it's great. When was it?
That was about a year, 2013, 2012, 2013, in that.
Of March.
No,
2017?
we got all that done was probably about 2015.
Yeah,
And it was after we
2015.
got married
It was right
as
after we
that
got
was
married,
going.
about a year after we got married.
Okay, so 2015, you had $80,000 in debt. Okay, great. Great story.
So
But don't worry, there's a
redemption,
happy ending,
redemption,
happy
right?
ending. Okay,
so
let's go.
Okay, so after that, the next thing was I was at a cell phone shop, and a gentleman taps me on the shoulder, and he goes, Sean. He goes, you seem like a sharp guy. Do you keep your options open? I was like, yeah, of course. I'm looking for something.
Of course, yeah.
And I went to his office and we had a meeting.
Yeah.
And wouldn't you know it, it's a multi-level marketing program, right? And it was actually financial services.
Okay.
So I was like, well, I need to learn the rules of money
Yeah.
because I'm in $80,000 in debt, right?
Yeah.
So I thought that was important for me
course.
personally.
Yeah.
And also it had an opportunity to make some money. So
Yes.
I was told it was going to take 2 to 3 hours a day. And so I was like, okay, great. So I figured if I put a little more time in, I might have better results.
Okay.
And so I started working like 4 or 5 hours a day, and then I realized I needed more. So 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours. I got to where I was working about 14 hours a day.
Wow, okay.
And my day was awful. I would get up, I would go to a meeting, I would learn some stuff, and then I was in the parking lots of the world, right? And I was tapping people on the shoulder saying that one line, hey, you look like a sharp guy, do you
Okay.
keep your options open? Recruiting people.
Wow, okay.
And I hated it.
Yeah.
And it made me depressed again.
Okay.
And so then I was back in the original position, and I was like, this sucks.
Yeah.
And I would go with him, and it would tear me apart because everyone was turning him down and
Yeah.
just walking away from him. And I'm like, he's such a great guy.
My
How can you do that
God.
to him? It
Okay.
tore me apart.
Wow.
So then one night I was coming home from an appointment late, and I was really depressed, and I opened the door, and she ran, she's like, I found it.
Okay.
I was like, what'd you find? And she said, come look at this Facebook message.
Okay.
So we look at a Facebook message, and it was an opportunity to watch a 1-hour broadcast
Okay.
that shared the system that made sense to me. It was
Okay.
like, it's an online system. Okay, so we knew the internet's the thing. Like,
Yes.
how do you harness the power of
Yes,
the internet,
yes.
right? And this program laid out a business model that made sense. It had all the right pieces. And I knew that as long as there's a good product,
As
on the
long
market,
as you
it was
understand it and you have a good product, then it
was
will
something
work.
I could work with.
Great.
So we jumped in, and our first month we made nothing.
Of course.
Right? We
Yeah.
got everything set up. And our second month we ended up making $5,100.
Which was great.
Right?
Yeah.
And then our third month we made $15,287.
Okay, great.
And the snowball got bigger and it started to roll
Wow.
down the hill because
Yeah.
we learned the skill set of harnessing the power of the internet, right?
Mhm.
Fast forward a little bit further down the road.
And when was it when you started making 5,000, 15 grand? When was it?
That was last year. It was
We've been doing it 2 years.
2016, and we started in May, right?
Okay.
April, May, June, like
Okay.
June-ish of 2016.
2016, okay,
Yep.
great.
And so we ran with that program for about 2 years, and we made just shy of $700,000
Wow.
personally.
Okay.
Right? And
Okay.
at that stage, now we'd mastered this thing.
Yeah.
And we were ready to go to the next level.
Great,
Right?
great.
And then that's kind of when we met Russell Brunson.
Okay,
Yeah.
so basically you started, you saw a program on the internet, you invested in it. So what was this program about? It was,
So the program was about teaching the newest person the fundamental skill sets of social media advertising and how
Okay.
to master that, especially
Okay.
particularly on
okay,
Facebook.
and you said, and I saw your notebook, and it was great because you had many notes. It was great, and yeah, you said to me, I became a specialist on Facebook, and I became very good on Facebook. Okay, great.
Yep.
So you learned that.
That's it. Learn that as the first skill you need to learn.
First skill,
Right?
great.
That's it. Master
So
the
how
social
to have traffic.
Yes.
That's it.
That's it.
Okay, great.
And then what happened was then the traffic was driven into a webinar that we didn't have to do.
Okay.
So somebody else did it. Webinar
Okay.
team with
Okay.
specialists.
Okay.
And it would actually close them into a program that would
Great.
teach them social
Great.
media advertising.
Great.
And then at the back end, there's a $10,000 product that was
Okay.
getting sold for us. So we didn't have to pick up the phone and make
Wow.
any calls.
Okay.
So it was just sold for us.
Okay.
And then whenever that happened, we would make the commission from it.
Wow. So you just had to bring
drive traffic
to a
yeah.
webinar.
That's it.
They sell a program and you make a commission.
That's it.
Great.
That's it.
And that's it.
That's it.
Okay. And 5 grand, 15 grand, and then
20, 30, 40, 50, it just keeps
Wow.
going, right? And then we got to the point where we were diverging away from the culture that they had because we had built our own culture.
okay.
And
we fell in love and decided we wanted to take on more than 10%,
Yeah.
like doing webinars and email sequences, and we fell in love with
Yeah.
internet marketing.
Yeah.
We didn't want to just stick with the 10%.
You said we became masters. Why sell the products of others? Why can't we sell our own products? Okay, great.
And so we then decided to go and find some programmers. So we
Okay.
hired 10 programmers, and for about 6.5 months, we built out our own platform to
Okay.
do something similar to the model that we had learned from.
Okay.
And then we launched it
Okay.
with one intent, right? If backwards up to that cause,
Yeah.
what's the impact?
Mhm.
And the whole program is designed around a charity that we found that all they do is build wells, and they install the wells in third world countries
Yes.
for people to get access to clean drinking water.
Okay.
So we decided that when we're going to build this, anybody that gets involved, a percentage of the money going into the program is going to fund the wells being
That's
built.
great. That's
right?
great.
That's our cause. That's
And what is the percentage of the program?
so it's
That's
actually
great.
it's only 1%.
Yeah, well, that is
But
great,
the
yeah.
volume's high enough
Yeah.
to where by the end of this year we
Yeah.
will be building one well a month.
Wow.
Each well's $5,000.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Super excited about
So
that.
basically, it's like $60,000.
$60,000 a year going to a charity
That's
to build
great.
a bunch of
That's
wells.
great.
And
Okay.
our goal by the end of next year is to be doing 2 wells a month
Yeah.
and then 3 wells a month.
Okay.
Right? So we have just a pathway of growth for
Okay,
this thing. Right?
great.
And and when we launched the platform, we did really well, and we had some pretty big results.
So
in it.
explain to me, talk to me about first Russell Brunson. You said, okay, we saw the program, so you joined the mastermind.
Yeah, so
You paid quite a lot of
Oh
money.
yeah, for sure.
So why? Because for somebody paying that much money, it can be like a burden, or it can be a risk. Big risk.
Huge risk.
Yeah.
I had done a little bit of research. She'd done a little bit of research. We found out that he's the best.
He's the best. Okay.
He is possibly, in
Yeah,
my
yeah.
opinion, he's the
Number
number
one.
one
Yeah, yeah.
internet marketer
I think
in the
he's,
world. Number
Yeah, yeah.
one.
He's the best.
There is not a better person
Yeah.
online at all.
Okay.
And so we knew that, and
Okay.
then we knew that the best usually surrounds himself with the best.
Yes.
And so,
So you said-
just like you, right? Like
Yeah,
all
yeah.
your clients come to you because you're the
Of
best.
course,
Period.
of course,
Like
of
that's
course.
all
Yeah,
there
yeah,
is,
yeah.
right?
And that's what I said to my clients, and that's what I say to them. Basically, if you want to be the best, you have to
You gotta learn
surround
from the
yourself
best.
by
That's
the
what
best,
you gotta do.
and you have to keep learning.
Yes.
Always.
Never stop.
Okay.
Right?
And this is why I'm here.
That's
Because,
well. That's
again,
why we're here.
I'm
We're here
already
too.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're here too. Same
To learn.
reason, right?
Keep learning.
Absolutely.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So just like your clients come to you because you're the best.
Yeah.
We go to Russell Brunson because he's the
It's
best.
my clients, maybe, but for them,
You know what?
Probably, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You're an expert.
Yeah.
And you've done extremely well. Like, it's awesome. Like, congratulations.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. And so we went to an initial event, and at that event we ended up upselling. We got upsold to
of course.
building a webinar for
Yes.
ourselves. Now we already had that in our plan. We had to build one. So we invested a lot there, and then we went to that. That was in Boise, Idaho.
Okay.
Where ClickFunnels headquarters is at.
headquarters, yeah.
And we were invited to join the inner circle with Russell Brunson.
Okay.
And we couldn't say no
Yeah. Why?
because he's the
Because
best.
the offer was
It's insane.
really great.
Yeah. I mean, like, what are the
Yeah.
I get to speak with him on a
And,
day-to-day
and
basis.
what did you say to Sean?
It was
when,
her
he-
idea.
It was my idea.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
She
we
knew.
just said we have to do this. We have to do this.
Okay.
This is what everyone does that makes it.
And for you, the
You
price was
invest.
not too high because it's 100K, 100,000. It was not too high at that time to say, okay, we will invest. What did you think about? Because women are more conservative than men, so that's why it's very interesting. Why were you able to?
okay,
Money is an exchange.
We need to take the risk.
Money is an exchange of value, and we knew that. It's
We invest
paper.
one, but we will receive
Yes.
10, 20.
Yes.
Right.
It was a mindset we had. We had gone through a lot of self-development, so we
Okay.
just knew that it was an investment. It was
Yeah.
it was value. It
course.
was just value.
Of course.
An exchange of value.
Of course. And how? Yeah.
We were
Sorry.
$80,000 in debt before. It wasn't something new. It wasn't something we hadn't experienced
Okay.
before. It didn't scare me.
Mhm. That's
But and actually,
crazy.
like
That's great.
at the time, he made an insane deal, right? So we got it for actually a pretty deep discount from that 100.
Okay.
And we went for it.
Okay, great.
But it was still.
And psychologically, you said, okay, I'm going for it. And did it change your mindset, and did it change your way of doing business to join this mastermind?
Well, one of my other mentors once told me, those who pay attention.
Yeah, of course.
Right?
Of course.
So we knew if we paid,
Yeah.
we would pay a lot of attention.
And we were more motivated
Yes.
because you paid.
Driven out,
course.
like absolutely
Of
100%.
course. Yeah.
And so at that stage, we were like, okay, now what do we do? So we went to the mastermind, we got everything tuned up and ready to go, and then we had the developers working, and when we launched, it was $100,000 in 2 hours.
Wow. So you make $100,000 in 2 hours, and then
And now, after the first 30 days of our platform, it was $250,000 that we made now.
250.
250,000, and now we're on a run rate for our sales funnel to hit $1 million a year. By the end of this year, we're expecting to be at a run rate of making $10 million a year. So,
wow. So when for the 10 million, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So 1 million, you're going to the 1 million, and 10 million when?
It's projected by this summer that we'll be at a run rate of about able to provide at least one well a month. So is that right? I don't remember the numbers. It's something like that, yeah, because originally we were going to do one well in Q4 of this year.
Okay.
By the summer now we stepped it up. So we're going to start doing one well a month, building a well a month. And then we'll be at a run rate of, because we need 10,000 users in our system.
Okay.
And
So yeah, we will talk about your system now, if you don't mind. So explain to me, okay, how it works. What is your real business?
Yeah, of course.
And what is the value it provides to people?
Absolutely. So a couple of things. It's an affiliate marketing system that teaches the newest person how to win online by not overwhelming them.
Okay.
So it's like, here, just learn social media marketing, right? That's what we talked about.
Yeah.
Same system.
Okay.
And then our system will actually do everything from the webinars to the email writing to everything.
Copywriting, everything.
All of it, right?
Okay.
Even all the way up to the phone call until the paperwork's completed and the commission's done. Now on the back end, we offer a very high-grade, medical-grade water filtration system for home use.
Yeah.
And so when people come on board, a couple of things happen. Number one, they learn business. They learn internet marketing.
Okay.
So they're going to learn that skill set. That skill set will pay.
So you teach them
pay
how
them for the rest
to
of their
make
life.
money from the internet.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Secondly, when they're ready, they can take on the rest of the other parts that we do for them, so they can learn the whole skill set to be independent.
Okay.
So in business building, you're going to be independent at the end of the day.
Right.
And then the product itself is one of the best personal health products in the world.
Okay.
And so it's a pH boosting system that actually puts clean water into your body, and it falls right in line with our vision of helping other people.
Great.
So it's
so you provide value.
Yep.
You make money, of course, and of course you have been this project, which is your mission.
That's it.
And concerning the obstacles or the limits, did you have some limits or some
we hit
problems?
Them every day. Yeah, we hit them
Every day. Okay.
Merchant issues, that's been a pretty big struggle for us.
Okay.
But we were trying different things. It's like anything, right? The first time you do anything, you're probably gonna suck.
Yeah, of course.
Right?
Of course.
And then you're gonna do it again, and you're probably gonna suck a little less.
Yes.
And then you're gonna do it so much that you actually become okay.
Yeah.
Or maybe even good at it.
Or even an expert.
Right.
Yeah. But at
And so
first
it's
you will
stumble, you're okay at it, you get better at it, and then you become an expert. You went the same path for you?
Of course, and for everybody, I think.
Yeah, for sure. And it's just that motivation to get up and keep going again and again and again, and no matter what. Because we had a mission, right? We want to end the thirst thing, right? We don't want people. 663 million people is double North America. Yeah. So I'm thinking to myself every day I wake up, there's double the North American population not able to drink water today.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Not okay.
It's crazy.
Not okay.
Yeah. And you said to me, my mission is, to enable these people to drink water, and for you it's like the focus, and this is why you want this project to succeed.
Yes.
how do you recruit? You told me you had like 1,000 people like in your membership or not?
Yeah, so it's just shy of that. We're about 850 members.
Great.
Yep. So
Okay.
in 35 days, so it's
Okay.
pretty strong. And
And you want 10,000 people in your...
Yeah, the goal by December 31st is 10,000 users.
Wow. Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
We have an additional launch program that we're going to launch in July,
Okay.
which should triple the membership from
Okay.
where it's at.
Okay.
And so we should be close to about 6,000 members starting Q4, and then hopefully there's a little bit of a growth curve at the end of the year.
So it's going well.
Yeah, it's going exactly the
And
way it is.
I think it will be a great success. Do you have something to say, Melissa, to the audience? And
Yeah, I mean, it's another thing that's awesome is all the families that we are able to teach the
Yeah.
skill sets that they can help themselves
Yeah.
get out of the 9-to-5 grind,
course, of
spend
course.
time with their family, travel, build businesses, do a lot of different things, whatever it is that they want to do, because you need time to do those things.
Of course.
And your freedom to do those things. So it's
And one question, is it for you, like financial freedom of course is important, but do you think is anybody can make it in the business online, and do you think everybody can make it?
I do.
Okay.
I do. I think everyone can learn how to do it.
What are the skills that are necessary, and what are the
Consistency. It's all about
consistency?
consistency and being persistent, not giving up, and realizing that it's a business.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not an overnight success.
No,
It's
no,
not a push
no.
a button, get rich quick.
That doesn't
No.
exist.
It's an actual business.
Yeah.
Most businesses take 3 to 5 years to even
course,
be,
of course.
positive and making money.
Yeah.
And this business is, to us, is fast. But that's relative, right? Being fast.
And
Yeah, of
numbers
course.
speak, right? Numbers
Yeah.
always speak, right? So one of our personal goals is to help 100 families earn $20,000 a month every month for the rest of
Really?
the time.
Yep.
100 family.
We're at 26 already.
Okay.
So we have
Making-
26 families now at that level.
Okay.
And we're on our way to 100. Hopefully, I don't know if we'll
Okay.
get there by the end of the year, but like that's our personal goal.
That's your
Either way, we'll
objective.
get
Yeah,
there.
so, and we'll definitely get there.
I think you will be there.
No doubt. I
You
mean,
will get there. Yeah,
So I
probably.
mean, we're on a real good path of growth, and of course we have the best of the best teachers.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
Just like
great.
you teach your clients, same thing.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Sean. Do you have something to add to the audience? Something to say?
Man, I would just say, you know what? It's possible,
Yeah.
right? And I think that's the biggest message that I could share with anybody. So figure out how's the impact. What's the impact you want to make with the world,
Yeah.
right? Figure that out,
Yeah.
and then go after it because
Yeah.
it's possible. You can do it. That's right.
No limits.
No limits.
It's just in our heads, and if we do the necessary, if we do the job, we can make it.
Yeah,
That's
I have
it.
one more thing for you is know where you're going. I think that was a big thing for us. We sat down and said, where do we want to be in 20
Yeah.
years? Because if you know the end goal, you don't have to know the middle stuff.
Yeah, of
It's
course.
going to come as long as you know where you're going.
And Melissa, do you work with Sean every day?
Every day.
How does it? Because sometimes it's difficult for husband and wife to work together. Because I work also with my wife, and it's not very easy every day. So, is it okay? Do you handle it, or sometimes you have some?
Every now and again, there's a little bit of friction.
Of course.
But at the same time, I would 100% rather being across the table looking
Working
at
in our
her,
pajamas.
working in my pajamas
together
with
Yeah.
her every single day,
Yeah.
and then nothing else. I mean,
Together,
it's
again,
great.
we wanted to experience everything
Yeah.
together.
Yep.
Did we know that was going to be working in our pajamas, sitting
Yeah.
next to each other?
Yeah.
No, not necessarily.
And for you, how was it when you changed? Because my wife, she was working in a bank, and then I asked her, she was fed up working in a bank, and I told her, do you want to work with me? She hesitated because it was a bit, and of course she had a career and degrees and stuff like that. But then she said, okay. I told her, be careful, it will be hard, it will be tough, you will suffer. She said, yeah, but I want to do it. And then today she's really happy, and we're having a great life. And of course it was a good thing to do. Yeah.
Yeah,
for
it was.
sure.
I think the hardest part was going from the structured 9 to 5 to
Yes.
being an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Having to figure out my schedule.
Time management.
Yeah.
Management was the hardest
And to
thing.
keep motivated, because it's not easy.
Yes.
And
God, he is very, very motivated. So,
Yeah.
you know,
We hustle. I mean, like,
Yeah.
And your
there's-
free time, how do you? Because sometimes the problem when we are married, and we have a business. It's every day because me and with my wife, we are talking every day about the business and stuff like that because we have so many things. So it's 7 days a week. We're focused on that. So for you, it's the same.
We have one rule.
Yeah, we have a rule.
Saturday night is date night.
Non-negotiable.
Non-negotiable.
Great.
1 day a week.
And that's it.
That's it.
But every day you work hard.
We grind.
We
And
grind
you-
7 days a week, but Saturday night is our date night.
That's great. Guys, thank you very much. It was awful. It was awesome. It was really great. And I was very happy to meet you.
Yeah,
so I wish
so
you
grateful. Thank you,
great,
and
great
just
success.
a really, really nice job on what you're doing. I mean, like 6 books, and you're writing 2 more.
And no, one more.
One more?
So my 7th book, yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
smokes, man!
Yeah.
I want to interview you. Like, I want to know your life
great
story.
pleasure.
Man. I
Yeah.
absolutely would love to know what's that like. What's it like writing a book?
It's hard, but you have to be motivated. You must have the passion to do what you're doing because you know it's like 7 days a week. You will not make money from the book. You have to know that. But again, for me it was my passion, and it was I wanted to bring value and to share my knowledge because I learned a lot from books, and I grew with books. So for me it was important to write a book. So yeah, it was like something I wanted to do, an accomplishment. It's hard work, but it's worth it. And today I'm really proud because I have many people all over the world who read my book. Recently, somebody in Congo said to me, "Your book is in the library." And it's in
Awesome.
Congo, Africa. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's amazing.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
What advice would you give us?
To write a book,
No.
To
Just
what?
Based on our story,
Yeah.
where we're going.
continue like what you're doing now because you're on the right path, really, and you're training with the best. I think you have the mindset. I think the hard part is behind you, and so the thing is just focus, have a real vision, know where you want to go, and don't bring value. Bring value. This is what you're already doing, guys. So you're doing very well. So really good luck, and I wish you great success.
Thank you.
Okay? Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks, Melissa, and it was great pleasure.
Great.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
J'espère que vous avez aimé cette vidéo. N'oubliez pas de la liker et de la partager. Je vous dis à bientôt, les amis. Ciao, ciao, ciao.